Round two, indeed. I was talking for over 13 minutes before Paul said, Totes, we can't hear you. So, here we go. Round two. Now, before we get started, we got everything shared out. If you guys need time, you got a little bit of time right now. Let's get the video shared and everything so people know that we are going live. But while we do that, let's go over what the card looks like tonight. We have the Light Heavyweight Championship on the line tonight. Remember, Ed, former champion. All the titles have been vacated, though. However, can he retain his title? Men's and Women's European Championship going to be on the line tonight. Newly formed tag team going against kind of a mystery duo there. We'll see what's going on with them. Men and women's tag team titles on the line tonight. Former champions with a newly formed tag team opponent and Paul. Women's, the top title, the Women's Universal World Championship on the line tonight. Miss Nightmare getting her first shot at it. Ozzy, the former champion. And the men and women's World Stampede title on the line tonight as well. But now, let's go ahead and get this thing going again. Maybe this time we can hear what I'm saying. So, one of the interesting things about the people that are going to be in this match, if you look, we have Seth frickin' Rollins and Father Time, two former world champions. Ed Cardozo, the current light heavyweight champion, trying to retain his championship belt tonight, and brand new newcomer, JP, in his debut match, going after the light heavyweight title. Tonight, more than other...
The following contest is a fatal four-way Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the Triple Crown Light Heavyweight Championship. Making his way to the ring from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 234 pounds, Edward Cardozo.
So Ed making his way down to the ring. Could be one of our greatest light heavyweight titles. Once he got his hands on the belt, he is not letting go. So, will he be able to retain it tonight? The light heavyweight championship is one of the few belts that look almost identical. The Stampede world title and the Triple Crown light heavyweight championships almost look identical to last year, and the $1 Million Championship as well. Now tonight, there is an Easter egg for the first time in 4 seasons, and it has to do with this arena. If you guys can guess it, I'll tell you what it is. But I'm not telling you until you guys can figure it out. This is the second time. You go back to episode 2, you see it again. The crazy thing is, this is my work attire.
His opponents, first from Salt Lake City, Utah, weighing in at 177 pounds, Jade Waller.
So JP making his way down to the ring right now in his debut match. And I know what you're thinking. Who is this guy? Brand new to the TSW universe, but his entrance is epic. You'd have thought he'd already won the world title a couple times. I love it. JP2, one of our smaller wrestlers. In the 3 previous seasons, it was Cameron Barton. Cameron has not made his way onto one of the 3 brands as of yet. So right now, JP, our smallest wrestler in this universe. Listen to that crowd.
And from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins.
So now that Seth Rollins is making his way down to the ring, I've mentioned this before, but you have Seth Rollins, former world champion. You have Father Time, a former world champion. Ed Cardozo, the current reigning light heavyweight champion. Even though, you guys know, so far in the first 3 episodes, we haven't seen anybody walk down to the ring with the title belts. That's part of a universe fix to fix the championship history. But we do know who those champions are. And so can Ed retain his title tonight? And if he doesn't, with the kind of run he's already had with the light heavyweight title, maybe that earns him a shot at a bigger title. Have to wait and see.
And representing the Ascension from another time, weighing in at 222 pounds, the living legend, Daddy T.
The neat thing, too, about the Easter egg, it's all over the arena. It's not one little thing. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. But again, till somebody can guess what it is, I'm not telling you. One of the, not overall favorite part, but this part right here, my favorite pieces of an entrance. Look at that, Daddy T, Father Time, glowing. Also, former world champion. But that'll kind of show you how important all these championship title belts are. Triple Crown, Light Heavyweight Championship, my second favorite belt, and not by a lot. Like, it's almost the first. But just a beautiful championship belt. Tonight, too, we're going to want to keep an eye on the referee. We will start seeing, because I will change referees almost for every single match, or for every single event that there is. Ed Cardozo getting off to a fast start. 3 of the wrestlers already out of the ring. Ed kind of waiting. Looks like Seth Rollins might be getting to his feet, but does he see that? No, missile right through that second and third rope, knocks him back into the barrier. But Seth Rollins, the first to get up, gets up before Ed, so that's one of those moves that it takes a lot out of both wrestlers. What is going on, Jane? Welcome to the stream. Might not be too bad that this is take 2, because now we're getting more folks knowing that it's going on. Before it's just me and Paul. Look at Seth, though, trying to take everybody out. Ed getting back to his feet. And remember, Ed is the current champion. So these guys, they are going to want to get him out. Another really interesting thing, you can look at all 4 of these wrestlers. Every single one of them can innovate offense in their own way. Now, why we have a chance, why this is going on, if you guys don't know what we do, we create the arenas, we create the title belts, the wrestlers, we create the storylines. I turn off the commentary. I let the computer control the wrestlers. I do not control them. Notice my hands are up here. Nothing going on. Don't look at the man behind the curtain. Wizard of Oz. I turn off the commentary, I watch it live with you, and I'm just telling you what I see, so I do the commentating so it doesn't get repetitive. If that's something you're interested in, press the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss any time we do this. We are already 4 seasons deep into this, so plenty of content to even go back and watch to get caught up if this is something you like. JP going for the pin, but Father Time kicks out in one. Referee seems to be on top of her game right now. Has herself in a good position, but seems really concerned what's going on over here with Seth Rollins. Ed rolls up the leg and gets a 1 count. Father Time gets a no count, but Father Time starting to get pumped up. Looked like he was going for a big clothesline, and JP cut him off at the pass. And here it is. This is Father Time's finishing move called the Sands of Time. He has ended a lot of people's nights with this maneuver. Normal service has resumed indeed. And that's JP's finishing move. Now he goes to roll the leg. Is he going to get a 3 count? 1, 2. And Father Time kicking out in 2. And waiting on Seth Rollins, sends him right back out of the ring. But now looks like he has his sights set on JP, who goes downstairs and rolls up the champ in more ways than 1, 2, 3. And a low blow ends up costing Ed Cardozo the championship. Now, referee clear on the other side, didn't even see it happen. Seth Rollins now, big knee, trying to clear the ring. But JP up to his feet way faster than I think he was expecting him to be up. And now JP and Father Time in the ring by themselves. Look at this, Seth Rollins going for a baseball bat, so apparently, let's see what happens if he can get this shot in. Must be no disqualification. Referee letting it go, so the low blow was legal, but I don't think Ed's going to take too kindly to that in the future. Again, now that we've got more people, there is an Easter egg inside this arena for the first time in 4 seasons. I'm not going to tell you what it is unless you can guess it. You guess it, I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. And it's not a little thing. It's not like the guy up on the 4th. Oh, thought JP was getting ready to tap out. Doesn't, though. Swinging net breaker on Seth. Now, looks like he was going for the pin. Did not. But yeah, it's not like it's somebody in the crowd's t-shirt 42 rows back. It is all over this arena. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Father Time. Now this is what made Father Time such a great champion. JP kind of controlling things, but gave a little crack in there, and Father Time goes to take advantage of it. Seth Rollins, also a world champion, will show you why he has had such a long career in wrestling. JP now is like a little pissed off. Oh, thought he was going to take that bat out and do something with it, but throws it back down. Seth Rollins trying to get things turned back around. JP kind of saved Father Time. Seth Rollins getting ready for the big knee. And now what is he doing with the table? Getting Karate Jones is what he was doing with that table. Gets thrown into the other table. And here Seth Rollins unwittingly saved Father Time from JP's finishing move. And now Father Time cleaning house. Wisely jumps back in the ring and grabs that baseball bat. Kind of letting these two guys go at it. Pele kick. Not going to save him now. Father Time gets put back in, gets split open. You can see the blood running down his forehead. And 3. And JP is now eliminated, not just Ed Cardozo, who was the current champion, but now also Father Time. Is he going to have what it takes to also get Seth Rollins? Maybe Seth the tap right here has him kind of in a rear naked chokehold, has the legs wrapped around his waist. Is Seth going to tap? No, rolls out of it. And a boot right to the back for his troubles. Now is he going to tap? Seth Rollins, even though Father Time isn't in the match, takes Father's Time, sands a time move, and puts JP back in it. This is the third time JP has been in it. Now, that is a really good example right there. If Father Time would have had him in it again, JP would have tapped out. But Father Time is the master of that move, where Seth Rollins doesn't quite have the knowledge of how that move really works. Oh, but whatevs. Just took JP's finisher, and now Seth Rollins has used two different finishing moves, and JP kicks out again. That is 4 times. Is JP, though, going to be able? No way, because that's Seth Rollins' finishing move right there. 1, 2, 3, and Seth Rollins. But it took 5 finishing moves to take JP out. That is crazy.
Here is your winner, and new Triple Crown Light Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins.
So the interesting thing about these kind of titles, where we have the Triple Crown titles, those will be defended at every single pay-per-view, even the Royal Rumble. So if you are one of those champions, you will not be participating in the Royal Rumble. If you're a Universal Champion, you will not be participating in the 30-person Royal Rumble. All those titles will still be defended to see. That's almost how you see which brand is superior to the other at least every 30 days, right? What is going on, JP? Yeah, but you eliminated 2 of the 4 people. It was quite the debut. You eliminated the light heavyweight champion, and you eliminated Father Time. You just couldn't overcome Seth Rollins there at the end. But I thought you were going to do it. I'm sure it won't be the last time. And that first pin you had was that was legendary. Never seen it done before. A blow that low and of that magnitude.
The following contest is a fatal 4-way match and is for the European Women's Championship. Making our way to the ring from Florida, Jade.
Jade Cargill making her way down to the ring. Recently signed from AEW. Was a champion there for a long time now. Makes her way to our universe, getting her first shot at a title in her debut match. And we weren't aware of this, but apparently a part of the Hurt Business. Hurt Business, their faction is on Raw, but Jade Cargill is not. Are we going to start seeing some of this stuff from some of these factions where they might be split between brands, but representing that brand? It'll be interesting to see. So far, the Hurt Business is the only one that we have seen that with, so something to keep our eye on.
From Osaka, Japan,
Asuka now making her way down to the ring in the big shakeup. Goes from the Raw brand to the Stampede brand. And I got to tell you, supposed to be unbiased, but Asuka is one of my favorite female wrestlers that's out there. She's a little bit freaky. What is going on, Jay? Welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, Jaden is JP. He's the one who made that particular particular one. But the end of Season 3 and the beginning of Season 4 was the first time that we've actually introduced WWE wrestlers into our universe mode. And how long it lasts, I don't know. We do have some other pretty big plans, but will it be this season or Season 5, Season 6? I don't know. We'll have to see how it all plays out and exactly how it plays out. Because I don't control the wrestlers, I also can't control the speed of my storylines. It's also what makes it a lot of fun. So, women's European title belt on the line. Again, you are not going to see a champion walk down with the belt, but you will see it in the match. It's an interesting workaround to get title histories to work correct in universe mode. But here is one of the newest newcomers to our universe mode, Nikita Walters. Now, she is the sister of Brutus and Wade Walters, who we will see coming up here shortly. But in her debut match, she is getting a shot at the Women's European Championship. It is also pretty interesting to note that around her neck, she is wearing a glowing amulet. Now, the last time we saw that was last season when Brute and Walter had the glowing red amulets. Now, her brothers have those same amulets around their neck. Not the same wrestlers. So, did they take out Brute and Walter? Don't know. Haven't heard from Brute and Walter as of yet. But something we're definitely going to continue to monitor as this season goes on. Boy, I'm going to tell you right now, there's enough things going on in this match right now that are already freaky. This is already shaping up to be a really, really interesting match.
And from Huntsville, Alabama, Allison Wagner.
Allison Wagner, saw her come in to Season 3, but didn't see a lot of the wrestling. She was a member of the NWO. But as you can see right now, she has no NWO branding on her. The NWO, the women's faction, has moved to Raw, and she is still here on Stampede. So does that mean she's out? That would be my guess. I don't think they would take too kindly to you not wearing the branding, but seems to be working whatever she's doing, because already in the very first episode of Stampede, she is already getting a shot at the European title. So, hard to argue with success, right? Here we go. Look at that. Brand new reimagined Women's European Championship on the line right now. We are trying to reform all the champions in this first episode. We've already done it on Raw. We've already done it on Smackdown. Now we're doing it here tonight on Stampede. Almost every single but one match, every single match has a championship belt on the line. So right away, you'll notice that the Walters brothers, very tall, very large wrestlers, but then you see their sister Nikita, very small. So, very interesting. I'm sure there's a story, but now look, Jade Cargill had a lot. Matter of fact, left AEW undefeated. Will she get her first loss here tonight? Kind of one of those epic runs that she's on, almost Goldberg-esque. Now, oddly, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Look at the referee. it didn't happen this way last time. I don't know if this is a bug or not, but that is not the referee we had in the last match. Normally you pick a referee, that's the referee all the way through in this arena all the time, but not going on right now. Now we have a male referee. Was the female referee hurt? That's another thing we're going to have to keep an eye on, see what's going on with that. But look at Jade Cargill, newest member of the Hurt Business. And Nikita Walters taking that chair to Allison. Don't think Allison saw it coming at first, but I know she didn't like it, so recovers really quickly. And it almost seems like every time Allison gets going, somebody else will step in. So even though we haven't seen a lot of her, apparently very well respected. Asuka sitting on the outside. Allison kind of feels bad, said, hey, let me get you a chair, and brought her a chair. But Asuka said she didn't need it. But one time, big slam. And remember, falls can count anywhere. Referee not counting. Allison and Jade Cargill have been trying to get after each other and do it every single chance they get. Allison throws Asuka into the ring and then sees Jade Cargill coming. Jade has been getting the best of her. But now Nikita said, hey, I was the one that started with this chair. Big spear. Is she going to cover her up? No, and look, this is what I'm talking about. Jade sees her, throws her into that side post. Asuka's looking at Allison, say, hey, grab me a river. Allison looks like she's trying to get Nikita into the ring. Having problems with it. Her and Asuka, though, or Asuka, go with the double team. Jade catches Asuka riding dirty. And look at this. Every time one of them gets their competitor down, the other one goes over and gets after the other one. Remember, Jade Cargill undefeated before leaving AEW. Will she remain undefeated now that she's wrestling for the Stampede brand? All the Stampede titles on the line tonight. Hey, what is going on, John? Welcome to the stream. These girls are not playing around. I mean, they are getting after each other and getting after each other quick. Again, another form of a choke slam onto Allison, but Allison recovers pretty quickly. Remember, the pads on the outside of the ring, very thin. It's not like getting slammed inside the ring. The Asuka lock, though, goes onto Allison. Is she going to tap? Look at that, Jade Cargill. Always training. That's why she's been undefeated. Don't know why, unless she just wanted to be the one. But don't know why she broke up the Asuka lock that was on Allison. Trying to go for it again, actually. And I think what is going on, we haven't seen this, but they keep breaking up. All of them are breaking up all the matches, all the pins. This has got to be a fatal four-way where first pin wins. This might not be an elimination match at all. Thought it was, but might not be. Nikita now throwing the fist, throwing the bows, taking it to Cargill, but Cargill finally gets it turned back around and starts letting the haymakers fly. Body shots to Allison. slam. And that is what's got to be going on. There's no way they would just be breaking this up all willy-nilly. They're breaking up every single thing. So, first one to get a pin or submit here is going to win the Women's European title belt. And right now, Jade might be the one. 1, 2. Nikita did kick out, but Asuka was right there to break it up if she would have needed to. Allison now back to her feet, but sitting on the outside of the ring. Jade waiting for her, saw her coming in. You can see all the wrestlers starting to move a lot slower right now, because the longer this match goes on, the more it's straining down their stamina, the more, I was going to say, almost got it by Nikita, but Nikita kind of noticed, looked like she was going to run, try to get outside that ring and get on Jade Cargill, but saw Allison go for the pin and slowed down. Asuka's been on the wrong end of a few things here lately. Oh! The ref didn't see it. Oh! He sees this. And Allison kicked out. Nikita tried to get in the ring, but you can see the slower it goes, the longer the movement happens. Is Nikita going to tap out? Oh, nobody's saving her. Jade finally sees it and breaks it up. But maybe all for naught. Allison kind of out of it a little bit on the outside. Comes back too, breaks that up. Nikita has stayed down. Asuka ducks the big clothesline. But Jade back to her feet. And Asuka delivering a little bit of kendo stick justice. Oh, that's an owie. So she ends up kicking Asuka, steps back from the kick from Nikita, goes down, goes up, goes around, slams Nikita down, but does she see Jade Cargill? Doesn't see her in time. Can Jade win right here? Both wrestlers appear to be down. They're both getting back to their feet. And she doesn't go for the pin. It's almost like there's a personal thing right now going on between Jade Cargill and Allison. Knife edge chops now being delivered to Nikita. Jade wisely kind of backs off a little bit. Trying to get over by Asuka, but Asuka gets her. Gonna put her in the Asuka lock. Do the other wrestlers see? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm not sure they see what's going on. Thought Allison was kind of waiting back, and then wisely, but Asuka saw her coming. Big slam, goes to roll the leg. Jade right there to break it up. So this is, oh, that's an owie. See, I would have thought right there would have been a great opportunity. Would have been a great opportunity to throw Allison in the corner and then go for the pin on Asuka. Might not have got the 3 count, but maybe she would have. Oh, I thought Allison was going to go for the pin. I was almost speechless. So goes in. Whoa, catches the right. What is this? Look at this maneuver. It has been a long time since anybody has manhandled Jade Cargill like that, but Allison is doing it. Recovers. Is she going to go for the pin? Does it? Oh, wrestlers, get out of the way. Asuka, though, taking her time, getting back up. This does look like Jade's finishing move, but Asuka right there waiting for her. Like an old Richard Marx song. She'll be right there waiting for her. Whatever it takes, or if her heart breaks, she will be right there waiting for her. And here we go. Is she? Oh, Allison, though, gets back to her feet. Allison now setting up for her finishing move. Asuka sees it coming and ends up saving Nikita. Oh, this could be it. Oh. Nope. Thought that could have been it. If she would have slammed her and immediately went for the pin, she did have a shot, but now look, referee knocked out, doesn't even know what is going on. And I don't even think the wrestlers realize he's knocked out. What an epic match going on right now. Cargill finally breaks that kendo stick over Nikita's head, throws her into the corner, picks her up, slams her down, getting ready for her finishing move. But look, referee still down, hasn't come to yet. Looks like he's starting to. But whether he came to or not, almost irrelevant, because that gets broke up and broke up quickly. Asuka now, big slam. Throws her out. There's a chance right here if one of them can get the other one down. Right there. Got a chance to win it, too. And Allison barely kicks out in 2 3/4. Nikita's like, you gotta be kidding me, guy. You gotta count faster. You gotta count faster than that. Big time missile drop kick. She had to get some air on that. Nikita, obviously one of the smaller wrestlers, kind of matches up with Asuka a little bit, but goes upstairs, takes the elevator, and has a missile drop kick right in the back of Jade Cargill's head. But Jade has recovered. One of the things I'm looking forward to also is will Nikita, nobody's close. Asuka's still moving pretty quick for being this late in the match. Is she going to get it in? She does, but Allison right there to break it up. Back and forth, everybody goes, but Jade now rolling out of the ring. Allison in the corner. Nikita, helicopter, helicopter, helicopter. If she can get this in quickly, might have a chance for the win. Goes for the pin. Allison up quick, though. Wow. Did not, as long as Allison was down, did not think she'd be able to get up that quick, but she does. Got up super quick. European uppercut. Jade trying to get that turned back around. Big clothesline, but look here, Allison. Can she take advantage right now? Goes, rolls up. Jade, is this going to be Jade's first loss? And Jade kicks out on her own at 2 3/4 now. Allison setting up again, only to get reversed. And hit by a chair by Asuka. Asuka now being put. You can tell how long this match has gone on. Just look by how much all these wrestlers are sweating. A lot of perspiration going on. Jade finally gets back to her feet. Asuka throws her right back in the corner and now takes that chair and gets to wielding it. Nikita, though, again, ends up saving Jade, but I would have thrown and I would pin her right now. I would have pinned Jade right now. What kind of move was that? Now, we've seen moves similar to that, but I'm pretty sure that's the first time we have ever seen that. Yeah, ref is getting it handed to him. That is for sure. Look at the pure power of Jade Cargill. Picks Allison up like she is doing a deadlift. Uh-oh, thought she had a shot at it. But Nikita up quick. You can start to see some of the frustration, like that move right there. Some of the frustration that like Jade Cargill, she's starting to have with this match. She is used to ending matches kind of like Goldberg, ending them a lot quicker than what's going on right now. Allison on the wrong end of that deal. Asuka about to be on the wrong end of her own deal. It broke up again. So Allison gets her up, brings her back down. Nikita's sitting there. Oh! Is she going to go for the pin, though? Looks like she should have gone for the pin. Would have had a shot at it. But now, Nikita back up to her feet. The two on the outside. Rolls the leg. 1, 2. And Allison kicks out of 2. I am shocked any of these women now have the ability to kick out of any kind of pinning motion. What is that? That is like the tarantula. Allison could be in a really good position right here. Jade gets rid of Asuka. Allison now. This might do it. Gets her down. Rolls the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Allison is your brand new Stampede European champion. Not even Stampede, just the European Women's Champion.
New European Women's Champion, Allison Wagner.
Man, I'm going to tell you, you can't say any one of these women, had they won that title, didn't earn it. But Allison puts on a show tonight. Very smart there, right there at the end. Let's actually Jade take out 2 of them. And then she swoops in and gets the victory. That was how it was going to have to go. And that's exactly how it went. Now, here's the next thing. So you look at what just happened. Nikita putting in some time in that match, and now is going to walk her 2 brothers out to the ring. You can see the ambulance on their chests. Those were the ambulance that Walter and Brute wore. Now, what does that mean? Did they do something to them? Did Brute and Walter just give it to them and walk away? That doesn't seem like it's their style, but is that what happened? We don't know, but what we do know is the newly signed Walters family, Nikita, Wade, and Brutus are now in Stampede Wrestling. But something else that's going to be really neat, Cross and Grunning, brand new, newly formed tag team, are going to be the first to step in the ring with these monsters. You want to see the difference in size? Nikita's mohawk barely comes up to their shoulders. Maybe not even to their shoulders.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 772 pounds. The Disciples of the Apocalypse.
The other really interesting thing, too, is that is what they called Brutus and Walter. Now, we knew it was the Sons of Abigail, right? But they were always announced in as the Disciples of the Apocalypse. Starting to wonder, did they do something to those two and then basically get signed and take their spots? Don't know. But it will be interesting to watch what happens as Season 4 goes on. Now, the nice thing, too, kind of a side editor's note, we only have one person that's barely above 400 pounds. Nobody else is. So we used to have 3, 4, 5 guys, right? One, Night Violator. Look at this new tag team look for Cross. Cross and Grunning making their way down to the ring. The newly formed Empire of Pain.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 577 pounds, the Empire of Pain.
So, can the newly formed tag team, the Empire of Pain, Grunning and Cross, can they beat the new Disciples of the Apocalypse? Not going to be the easiest match, for sure, especially their first match as a tag team facing off against these two monsters. But let's not be fooled. It's not like Cross or Grunning are small guys themselves. Not as big as these two, obviously, but they're not small themselves. But here we go, Brutus already off to a quick start. And you know anything that any one of these wrestlers does is going to have a lot of power behind it. What is going on, Eagle? Welcome back, brother. Now, Wade War Walters really like his tattoo scheme. If you look at the tattoos on the front, like on his chest, one of my favorites. It's like Wade War Walters, Dave, and Recon Delta. My favorite tattoo schemes in the game. Two, guys, remember, all of these are downloadable in Community Creations. Go put in hashtag TOTES, T-O-T-E-S, and you can download almost every one of these wrestlers. There's 58 wrestlers that we have created that are downloadable. And also 35 title belts 35 or 38 title belts. But look at this, Grunning getting in, getting the best, but I don't even think he sees Brutus getting into the ring. And Brutus does get into the ring. Grunning trying to get back to his feet, but reeling a little bit now. Was kind of playing it up to the crowd, was getting the best of Wade War Walters. Oh, WWW. But there, recovers pretty quickly. I was going to say that might have been a mistake right there, but Grunning recovers quickly and gets Brutus in a lock, but Brutus fights out of it. Wade back to his feet, getting back into his corner. And Grunning trying to get a break, but Wade saying, no, sir. Throws Grunning right back into the ring. Big right hand coming down on the chest of Grunning. Grunning looked like he was trying to get over to his corner, but to no avail. Brutus stops him relatively quickly. And Grunning, I mean, I don't know, but Grunning's reaching back, giving it everything he's got with almost every single punch. And Brutus, while he tries to crawl to his corner, Grunning blocking him and then giving him a little chicken dance for his troubles. Brutus now getting up to his feet. Grunning waiting for him. Brings him over into the corner and goes. Tags Cross in. Note to self, you will never see those two do that move again. Now Brutus gets over, gets Wade tagged in. Wade making his way back into the ring, but Cross waiting on him. And now Cross giving him the old what for. War Walters trying to brace himself, but now Cross splits him open. And while we might not be able to see the blood, he definitely split him open. What was that? Little spinnity-diddity. Little spinnity-doo-dah. So far as these guys go to get themselves tagged in, they typically end up in a worse position. Like if you look at Wade was controlling the match. He should have picked Cross up, put him over in the corner, went over and tagged in his partner, but he didn't. Cross gets back to his feet and then is waiting on Brutus. Now Cross climbing up to that top rope. Jumps on him, but Brutus catches him, flips him around and smacks him down on that outside mat, right almost on the concrete. Cross, though, wisely crawls, jumps to the corner, gets Grunning tagged in. Grunning waiting on Brutus, but misses the kick. Brutus hits him, rolls up the leg, and only a 1 count. Holy Moses. A lot of stuff going on. Now you look at some of these like just normal slams, but when you look at the height, like it's a long way up and a long way back down. Those moves have a lot more force than they do with normal wrestlers. Grunning back to his feet, and I think it was before Walter expected it. However, Walter still captures him in that trap suplex, but Cross there to break it up. Cross now takes Brutus, throws him outside the ring. However, Walter does the same. Oh, not outside the ring though, but that gives Grunning enough time to recover. Can Grunning take advantage? Thought he might have went for the pin. Brutus still down. And here he goes. That's his finishing move. Rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And War must have told Brutus, hey, don't jump in the ring. I got it. Oh, misses the big boot, but ends up getting knocked into the referee. Grunning takes advantage of that, but that could have been a turnaround where Brutus could have taken on that advantage. Grunning now you see, that makes a little sense. Even though Grunning didn't throw Wade into the corner, Cross still had the option, or still had enough time to get in the ring and maintain the advantage. Wade goes out. At least he goes out on the right side. Oh, ducks it. But look how fast Cross gets back up. Cross, rarely ever called the smallest wrestler in the ring, is, in this one case, the smallest wrestler in the ring. So while he doesn't move super fast, it looks like he is, because the other guys just don't move as fast as he does. Now, no titles on the line, but you got to believe that whoever wins this is probably going to be the team that has the next shot at the Stampede tag titles. And yeah, I don't suppose it matters which way you win. They can win by countout. And they do. So even though they did win by pin or submission, no tag team titles on the line. And that'll still go down in the record books as a win. I'm going to tell you this, though. You don't want to be the Walters brothers and start letting them know that, hey, this is the blueprint on how to beat us. Yeah, you may not have pinned us, you may not have tapped us out, but this is how you beat us. Now, here we go. As you can see, the rest of these matches all have title belts on the line. So let's get into it right now. Women's tag titles on the line. You're looking at the Fallen getting their shot at the Stampede tag team titles, and a team that is not strangers to the tag team titles, Mimi and Phoenix. Who is going to come away with the win tonight? Now, I believe that Mimi and Phoenix were the tag team champions when Season 3 ended. So, can they hold off the newly formed group of the Fallen? We kind of saw the Fallen a little bit at the end of Season 3, but now looks like they're here to be a staple in Season 4.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Stampede Women's Tag Team Championship. On the way to the ring, the Fallen.
So the Fallen making their way down to the ring, wearing the freaky mask. They do it to freak out their opponents, and I'm telling you, if I was wrestling them, it would work on me. So they have a tag team. They also have Jade Slater, who is their singles competitor. But these two firmly, not Jade Slater, Blaze Burnstorm, but firmly focus on trying to win the tag team titles and win them here tonight. What is going on, Rowdy? Welcome to the stream, brother. This is hard driving rock music. I wish you guys could hear it.
And their opponents, the Thrill Seekers.
The Thrill Seekers, Mimi and Phoenix, making their way down to the ring, acting all nonchalant. Maybe this is the thing that they're doing to try to freak out their opponents. Now, you can see Mimi's mohawk. We've got to see Nikita's mohawk. I would hate that the two of them ever have a beef and maybe one time end up in the battle of the Mohawks, where one of them would have to shave their mohawk off. Hey, you missed quite a bit. We've had a few really, really good matches so far. But this is only match 4, so Women's European title was on another level. On another level. Mimi getting to work real quick. And you're going to start being able to see some of the experience. Mimi and Phoenix, for quite a few seasons now, have been tag team partners. So they're going to have that experience going back and forth. Is the Fallen going to be able to overcome their experience and pick up these wins? Another thing you got to look at, too, they have also done very well in singles competitions where you have Phoenix, who is a former world champion, and the Fallen, Jade Slater and Carter Cyclone, relatively new to our wrestling universe. So they're really going to have to rely on each other. And I would think maybe some quick tags in and out, almost like what Phoenix and Mimi have been doing. Phoenix trying to get over, but doesn't see Shade get up as fast as she did. And now Shade's starting to lay the boots. Carter now, and it's hashtag Totes to download these wrestlers in Community Creations. That's the easiest way to find them. Hashtag TOTES. But Carter was kind of the one that kicked off the downloads as it was. She was the first one to hit 20 downloads. So now she's got quite a few more. Shade gets in though, knocks Mimi down, and now the Fallen clearly in control right now. Look at the Fallen. They're like, hey, hush. Don't you be cheering for those guys. Look at Phoenix. Phoenix using her speed and using her experience to make sure that she was the one in the right. She didn't just jump back in the ring. She waited until she was the one that would be in the advantage, and then knocks her down. Gets her back over into the corner. Is she going to use this to double team? Obviously is, and this is the part where, oh, that's an owie. I told you guys are going to start seeing some different tag team moves, and you just saw some different ones right there. Mimi trying to stay in control of this, but immediately gets Phoenix tagged right back into this match. Big forearm right across the old scunion of Shade Slater. Carter Cyclone gets in. Phoenix ducks that punch. And look how much height Phoenix got to get that drop kick in right to the face of Carter Cyclone. Carter, though, recovers relatively quickly, gets Mimi over in the corner, and a corner-assisted missile drop kick, uses that as a pendulum, and now starting to take advantage. Again, this has been a back-and-forth match where both teams have showed some real promise. And Carter shows you how she can get some height too, and that maybe she did not appreciate the missile drop kick to her face. Mimi, though, back in, uses those ropes, again, elbows. So you can see Phoenix more of your high flyer. Mimi, more of your brawler. But both styles really complement each other. And that is why they have been tag team champions before and very well could be again. Carter now trying to get it turned around. Goes to roll the leg, but in the wrong side of the arena. Again, goes back to the experience of the teams. Kind of a newly formed team and not really knowing where you're at inside the ring to gain or to keep the advantage. Another big shin to the side of Mimi's head. Carter now looks like she's trying to get Jade in. And look at the referee. Just notice this again. The referee has changed once again now. After seeing the last match, it's very obvious why the referee should have changed. I'm wondering if that's a setting that I just didn't realize. If it is, it's super cool. I like it. I like having the different referees throughout the night. So Mimi gets her down, tags in her partner. However, probably should have did something different. But look at this, Phoenix getting it turned back around relatively quickly. Thought she was going to be at the disadvantage for a while, but instead goes, takes back over. And when you look at the experience of all the wrestlers, Phoenix the only one with that world champion pedigree. But that's not to say that the rest of these wrestlers can't have it. They just don't have it yet. Look at that, through the ropes. Carter Cyclone starting to figure out where she got her name from. Playing up to the crowd. Big drop kick again. Now the only thing is, remember, you can win the match, but the belts will not be awarded if there's a double count out or if there's a count out of either side. You can see Phoenix starting to breathe a little bit harder. Both active wrestlers now, though, have taken out the other person's tag team partner, so it's kind of a one-on-one match right now. Phoenix flies through, takes out the knee, and stays on the offense right away. Throws that big forearm. Tries to get the crowd into it, but look how fast Carter's up. But I guess it doesn't matter how fast she's up. She gets it turned around and gets that ankle lock. It's like a reverse ankle lock locked in. But Jade Slater there to break it up. And then Mimi there to take care of Jade. Going for the pin for the titles. 1, 2. And Carter kicks out in 2. I was going to say, is she going to go up on the ropes? She does, but look at this. Carter sees it coming. Mimi sees it coming too, but now you got to know, Carter ain't afraid to get it dialed up. And here we go. Looks like the Mi Amor, but Carter gets it reversed back around. Mimi, though, fighting through the kicks to her legs, to the side of her head. And now talking the smack to Carter, rolls up the leg. But Jade Slater, Carter has been in this match a long time. She has got to find a way. There is the Mi Amor. Rolls the leg again. 2, 3, and the Thrill Seekers are your brand new tag team champions. Look, one of the things I was talking about just happened.
Here are your winners Women's Tag Team Champions, the Thrill Seekers.
So Sage Slater sitting on the outside of the ring doesn't see the pin happening, and this is a difference in experience level between these two teams. Mimi takes advantage of that, though, and ends up reclaiming the Stampede Tag Team Championships. Now, one of the most unique teams in the game, Pony Gumdidge and Paul the Thing, getting ready to go after the established team. They have been a tag team for a long time, American Alpha. Sometimes you think they're going to break up, but so far they have stayed together. Quite a different look this year for Grady. A new look for Paul. And the same ideas as far as Simba and Pony go, but Stampede men's tag team titles on the line right now. Of course, brother. Anything I can do to help out.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Stampede Tag Team Championship. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 483 pounds, the Brain Busters.
The Brain Busters making their way down to the ring right now. Newly formed tag team getting their shot at Stampede Gold tonight. Now it's going to be really interesting because Paul going to be the largest wrestler in this match. The other wrestlers aren't as big. Grady has packed on some muscle from last year, so a little bit bigger than he has been, but.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 484 pounds, American Alpha.
But American Alpha been a staple of this universe mode for quite some time. Can they bring home the tag team belts yet again tonight? Lord knows they're not strangers to the belts, but it's going to be a little bit different. Now, again, we have another very experienced team, not so experienced on the other side. However, there's also some size and some speed differences, so there's a lot of, so I really wanted to see this match. There's a lot of contrast in the match. Now, the men's and the women's tag team title belts, if you look at the Raw and Smackdown men's and women's titles, they look exactly alike, different color schemes. The Stampede tag team titles, the men's and the women, completely different. And they may change again, but we will see. Simba trying to get off to a fast start. Backs Paul up into the corner, but Paul quickly gets things turned back around. And look at these headbutts. Paul's like, okay, I've done 2 headbutts. I'm out. Now, honestly, if you were looking and you were the Brain Busters, this is the matchup I'd want to see. I'd want Pony in the ring with Simba, and then I would want Paul in the ring with Grady. That would probably, in my mind at least, give them the best shot at winning the titles. Look at some of the offense, though, Simba has got going on. Doing the old twistity-distities and the old flippity-dippities. But Grady and Paul, more of like your straightforward type wrestlers, like a lot more of your power offense. and you look at Pony and Simba, your high-flying, really fast move type of offense. Paul went in, looked like he was going to try to grab one of the legs. Grady gets his knee up in time and maintains the advantage. Paul says, look at that, let's throw the bows. Elbows will get things turned around quick in a match. Big spear. Grady keeps trying to get back to his feet. Paul not having it. Throws him in to the ropes and another big slam. Now Paul laying the boots to the back of the head, and pay close attention to this move. That's another one we're going to have to get rid of. Now Paul going to the top, not something you want to see if you're Grady. Big splash. Paul super pumped up about that. Grady's still on the ground. Gets Pony tagged in. And that was a good tag. That allowed Pony to stay in control. Grady, though, didn't allow him to stay in control. But the timing of the tag worked out really well. Thought Grady was going to go over and try to knock Paul off of the ropes. Instead, goes for a pin real quick. Simba gets a hold of Paul, throws him out. And Grady getting back to work on Pony. Pony, though, getting things turned back around. Waiting for Grady to get up. Goes over the top rope. Busting Broncos, ride him cowboy. Flips over that top rope and then rides Grady right into the ground. Again, remember, we cannot win tag team gold on a count out. Whether both teams are counted out, one or the other, doesn't matter. Any combination of a count out, no gold belts get awarded. So something we used to see a lot of was people jumping back in the ring and then back out to reset the count. But that didn't happen, but that was a really good tag. Look at this. Pony has already knocked Simba off the mat. Paul now waiting for Grady and now laying all kinds of stuff to him. Paul getting ready, setting up for it. Then Paul the Thing hits Grady with what can only be described as the blob. Rolls the leg, but look, Simba back up to his feet quick. Referee, however, not. Referee has changed again, and the referee that was getting beat up from before is still getting beat up. Haven't ever seen that. Big forearm, but look at this. We saw this earlier. Paul blocking Grady's way to get to the tag. And then lays the boots to him. Now Grady getting back to his feet. Paul getting Pony back in. Pony with that one-legged drop kick. And they are just tagging in and out. It's almost like who has got the most experience here right now, looking like Paul and Pony on the experience level one. But also tagging in at the wrong side. Paul's starting to feel it a little bit. Thought he might try to go for a tag right now, or at least a big move. This is about to be his finishing move. Pony and Simba on the outside, but look at this. Grady catches the leg, tries to get it turned back around. Paul catches the leg, gets him up, and what goes up must come down. Is he going to go for the pin now? No. Man, that is a big headbutt right there. Grady finally gets Simba tagged in. Simba throws a big elbow. Didn't think he was even going to get him off his feet, but Paul goes down. Only a 1 count. Paul kicks out. Back up to his feet pretty quick and already on the offense. Right now, hits him with the blob. Rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And Simba kicks out in 2. But if Simba and Grady don't get things turned back around and going their way soon, that is typically what Simba will use to set up the King's Arrow. Now, gonna roll the leg. Pony not jumping in though. Paul kicks out in 2. Pony must have known, but look at this. Simba through the middle of the ropes, throws that shoulder, gets him off of his feet. Now I'm talking a little bit of junk to Paul. Paul now starting to get back to his feet. And Simba just trying to give him some help. Again. That's almost like the King's elbow. Or the King's Arrow elbow. Very wide. Oh! I was going to say very wise to be getting him back in, but look at this. Simba, just like Paul did, blocks Paul's, while Paul is trying to crawl over and get Pony in. Simba blocks the way. I am shocked that Simba has not gone up to the top rope yet. That is typically his game. Instead, puts Paul up in the helicopter. And will he go up top now? No. Pony a little slow on getting in. I might have got in a little quicker than that. Paul trying to back up and get in. A tag. But now Pony. Oh, I was going to say Pony might be down. Simba now going up. Oh, but look at this. Paul gets in the tag. Pony thought he was going to get things turned back around, but Simba blocks it and stays in control. Simba now getting Pony over to the side. Double team maneuver incoming. And that might just be their finishing move. Do they go for the pin? They do not. But did you see that? Simba went to do the 360 jump off of him, and in midair, Grady gives him the assist and pushes him right over the body, so he lands on top. Quite the move. Pony almost had things turned around, but this is, thought it was Grady's finishing move. 2. And Paul gets in just in the nick of time. Don't think Pony was going to be able to kick out of that. So all kind of championship belts being awarded. Pony getting back to his feet. Don't think he saw Grady coming, but with Grady's new mask that he's put on, don't think he could have jumped that far off of the rope. So Grady gets down, but Pony sees him coming, splits Grady open. Grady grabbing his neck, hopefully didn't sustain an injury right there. Looked like Pony trying to get him over into the corner, but Grady fights through. Hits him with the clothesline, but Pony trying to use the ropes to get up. And Grady just getting after it. 1, 2. And Pony this time kicks out in 2. where he couldn't have kicked out before. Looks like he kicks out now. Hey, Digital, what is going on, brother? Welcome to the stream. Tag gets Simba back in. Now Simba trying to go up to the top. Misses it, but it was long enough. I think he was distracted enough by Paul. Paul must have been yelling to Pony. Pony gets out of the way. And now Simba on the ground. Is the Brainbusters going to be able to take advantage of that mistake? This is another one of those matches. A lot of back and forth has been really good. Thought he might have been going for the pin. Now he splits, so now both Grady and Simba both split open. Even though there might be a no blood rule in the WWE, there is one here in our universe. Here comes the tag. Brand new. Oh. Whoa, Pony though now grabs the leg. Referee nowhere to be found. Not even sure what was going on there. I have never seen this before in my life. Pony using the opponent's corner, but couldn't get it in. Simba at least saves Grady from getting a move off that top rope. Grady now back to his feet. Sees Paul, but Paul saw him too. Gets him up, hits him with the blob, now rolls over, rolls up the leg, one. And look how fast Simba there to break that up. Is Paul, however, going to take advantage of it? Pony has got Simba back out of the ring. Will he go for the pin here? Grady wisely gets up out of the ring. That is the experience, right? Oh, look at Grady out. Grady is out. Arms out to the side. Holy Moses. Look at Paul. Paul's just like, whatever, I'm on another level. Grady has got to get up, though, and get back in the ring. Not only does he get back in the ring, but gets back in the ring, delivering that forearm, and now Grady smashes the face of Paul. Looked like he was going to try to get out of the ring. Paul not having it, though. Look at Grady, just exhausted. But still finding a way to fight through it. Had Paul up. Paul gets it reversed back around. And yet another headbutt. And throws him over into the corner. Now, I probably would have tried to throw him into our corner, but into his own corner. And now Pony, and so far preventing the tag. Look at that, goes, jumps through the ropes again, and that is quite a distance. Knocks Grady into the other announcing table. And Pony, look at this, wisely getting back in the ring, hoping to maintain the advantage. Grady now comes too, but is this the mistake? I mean, locks him into submission, but on the outside of the ring, a tap out would not even matter. Grady, though, gets him, flips him over, and you can see the blood, too, running down Grady's face. probably making it a lot harder to see. Simba down bleeding, Grady down bleeding. Pony jumps back in the ring, but again, the belts will not change hands. Can he get back? Oh my gosh, barely makes it back in. So the match goes on. Now goes, rolls up the leg. One. And Simba right there again to break it up. I don't know how Grady is even in this match still. You can tell, just exhausted, cannot get Simba tagged in either. Paul now takes him, rolls him back in the ring. Is Pony going to go for the pin? He does not, and it feels like he's wasting a lot of time. Paul now getting ready to set up for the finisher, but I would imagine Simba is already back to his feet. Hits him yet again with the blob. Rolls up the leg, and there's Simba. Not even a 1 count. So this is the part where they gotta be, oh, here he goes again. Gets him up yet again, hits him one more time with the blob, turns it around, rolls up the leg, and yet again, there is Simba to break it up. Now Grady got back to his feet, but you can see the bruising right here on Grady. You can see it to his back. Bleeding from the face, like this has been a fight. Is American Alpha going to be able to find a way to win? Look how slow Grady is moving, but finally gets Simba tagged in for a much, much needed break. Simba, where is he getting the strength right now? Thought he might have been going for a submission. Instead, delivers 3 elbows to the top of the head. Paul back up to his feet. Goes for the thing, sidesteps him. Brings him over, back into the corner. Another tag team maneuver incoming. Thought he might have went for the pin right there, but again, doesn't go for the pin. Look at that. Look at that move. And now taking it up top. What is this going to be? Oh, and that is Pony Gumdage's finishing move. Grady not getting in, and look at this. Simba grabs onto the rope. Referee not in position to see it because he's been knocked to hell the entire night. Probably has 2 concussions. Misses the rope grab.
Your winners, and the new Stampede Tag Team Champions, the Brain Busters.
And your brand new Tag Team Champions, the Brain Busters. I can tell you that you know right now the match is going to stand. They are your tag team champions, but I can see a rematch coming in the very, very near future. What a crazy match that was. Holy Moses. Now, next match, Miss Nightmare getting her first shot at the grandest title in the entire women's division, the Universal Women's World Championship. But look at that, the Brainbusters in their debut tag team matches end up winning tag team gold. Congratulations, Paul and Pony.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Universal Women's World Championship. Making her way to the ring, representing Legacy from Neo Osaka, Miss Nightmare.
Miss Nightmare now making her way down to the ring. You know, when they started out in Legacy, you have Mrs. Frost, you have Mrs. Scorpion, and you have Miss Nightmare. Miss Nightmare and Miss Frost were your tag team. Miss Scorpion was your singles wrestler. Now, you have Miss Nightmare as your singles wrestler, and you have Miss Scorpion and Miss Frost as the tag team in Legacy. So, let's see what that means. Miss Nightmare was actually making some inroads, winning some singles titles towards the end of Season 3. So,
and from the Queen City, the Captain, Oxley.
will that continue to go on? But now Ozzy, one of the greatest, the greatest women's world champion we've ever had. You look at women's champion, there's a couple other names you could throw in there as of right now. But the greatest women's world champion that we have in our universe mode was and is the current women's universal champion. Is she going to be able to retain the title tonight? We'll be going up against not a much larger wrestler, but a larger wrestler for sure. Again, I'm going to say it again now that we got more people in the chat. There is an Easter egg somewhere in the arena. Who knows where it's at? But it's all over. The very first Easter egg, and now I'm going to start putting Easter eggs in things as we go on because it is kind of fun. If you can guess it, I'll tell you. If you can't guess it, I'm not telling you, ever. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an Easter egg. I mean, it's literally all over this arena. And Dragonuv isn't telling you either. So here we go. Ozzy and Miss Nightmare. You can kind of see what I'm saying. Miss Nightmare has a slight size advantage. Not huge, though. It's not like a big size advantage like the largest and smallest wrestler. Miss Nightmare, one of probably, I would guess, the second largest female competitor we have in our universe. Crimson, of course, being number one. But now, Miss Nightmare, professionally trained by Sting to carry on Sting's legacy, finds herself in her very first Universal title match against one of the greatest, if not the greatest world champion, Ozzy. And as of right now, she's doing a very good job holding her own. Look at that big boot. And for a big, one of the largest wrestlers, most of your large wrestlers have a very slow and methodical pace. She has a very fast and hard pace. Look at the referee. Referee's like, I'm going to save you. I'm going to save you, Ozzy. Now, oh, look at this. Again, it's almost like Miss Nightmare. It's just one step ahead of Ozzy tonight. And usually Ozzy is the one that is a step ahead. Ozzy now getting knocked in to those seats. Now, can she use this opening right here to take advantage of it and regain control of this match? Now, Ozzy's been doing this for a long time, been involved in a lot of world title matches. So she knows the great equalizer is on the outside of that ring. However, she's the first to get back in, so that gives her the best chance at maintaining control of this match. Miss Nightmare now making her way back into the ring. And like I said, Ozzy got in there first. Heads up thinking. Maintains control of the match. Miss Nightmare, look at her. Gets things turned back around again, and everything she does, she seems to put a little stank on it. Put a lot of power into it. And that's why she's tough to beat. Her finishing move is called the Bone Crusher. That is not it. And Ozzy kicks out in two, but thought that might have been it right there. That move is typically, though, what sets up the Bone Crusher. She can hit you in the middle of the ring, or she can hit you coming off the ropes, and there it is! Bone Crusher rolls up the leg. Are we going to have a brand new Universal Champion? And Ozzy kicks out in 2 3/4. That was almost it. You got it right, Paul. That is it. The 2 H's in night. I didn't notice it until about 3 days ago. I created the entire arena and never noticed it. So yeah, Paul the Thing. Paul the Thing got the Easter egg. If you look at night in Wednesday Night Wrestling, there's 2 H's. I love it though. Yeah, we're going to start having some more Easter egg type stuff in some of these, in the arenas. Not the time to be playing it up to the crowd, though. Ozzy finally started getting control of this match. Neither one of them can win this title, though. Remember, title is vacated on a count out. It is kind of weird. You used to see wrestlers get in and out of the ring to reset the counts, and we have not been seeing that at all. Look at Ozzy. Ozzy's starting to put a little stake on things. Knife edge chop takes Miss Nightmare, smashes her into the corner. Big stinger splash. Look at her going for the pin. This might do it. 1, 2, 3, and we have a brand new Universal Women's World Champion.
Here is your winner, and new, the Universal Women's World Champion, Miss Nightmare.
Look at Miss Nightmare. She's like, give me this belt. Hey, you raise this arm. Miss Nightmare, unbelievable. Almost out of nowhere, and this is something I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of. More people getting their shots at World Championship and just championship belts in general. But look at this. Wouldn't have thought at the end of last year that Miss Nightmare would start off Season 3 as our brand new Universal Women's Champion. Well, there's 8 title belts on the line tonight. Now, that's not how it's normally going to go. It's how it went in episode 1, 2, and 3 because Raw or Smackdown, Raw, now Stampede. So we are down now to the men's European Championship and then the men and women's championship belts. But first, this is like your European championship belt is like the Intercontinental title belt is on SmackDown. The United States Championship is to Raw. The European Championship is to Stampede. So tonight, Sentinel, Dragonuv, Milkman, and Angel will be facing off kind of that's that next step. It's that step right before getting into the world title picture. But what goes on in these matches, not just the wins and the losses, what goes on in these matches actually has a lot to do. Has a lot to do with how the matches get set up in the future.
The following contest is a fatal four-way Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the European Championship. Making his way to the ring, representing the Maniacs from Chroma City, weighing in at 272 pounds, the Milkman.
So we've seen the Maniacs obviously dominate the tag team division, right? We've seen American Alpha dominate it. We've seen the Maniacs dominate it. Oddly, we've seen another team dominate it and not win the actual TSW tag team title belts. I was shocked going back and looking at the history of our universe. But what's interesting about this year is it looks a little bit more like maybe the Maniacs, even though they're the Maniacs, step out or step away a little bit more from the tag team division this year or in this season and look more towards individual gold. SC Jumpman, long overdue for some world title shots. Milkman, you just look at Milkman, looks like a world champion. Will he get his shot? We'll have to see.
First, from Virginia, weighing in at 308 pounds, the Blueprint, Sam Trowell.
Sentinel now making his way down to the ring, and I got to tell you, if we had a character that was fiendish-like, it is Sentinel. What's funny, though, outside the hood, it doesn't look that much, but then inside the jacket with the hood, that is the first thing it reminds me of. Especially, you got the light coming off the mask. A little bit fiendish. Now, we saw the Fiend, I think, in Season 2 and definitely in Season 3. He even goes far as to win the world title. Now, the Fiend, not around. Brute, Walter, not around. What is going on with that? Something we're definitely going to have to keep an eye out. Maybe we never know what happens. Or maybe we start finding things out here as the season goes on. But right now what we know is Sentinel will be facing off for the European title. Angel is proof positive that I have changed his entrance to not this. But for whatever reason this year in 2K23, once you create universe modes and you fix it outside of universe mode, it doesn't fix it.
Puerto Rico, weighing in at 239 pounds, Angel.
So I've got to fix it inside universe mode, note to self. Couple of moveset things I got to fix, which isn't that big of a deal, and a couple of other things that I'm definitely going to have to fix. But not a big deal. That actually fits the Good Angels entrance. This doesn't fix the Fallen Angels entrance, so we've got one.
From the
we'll
edge of reality, weighing in at 232 pounds, the Dragon King Slater.
Dragonuv now making his way down to the ring. Another one that you can really put in the conversation as one of our greatest champions ever. Had the hardcore title for a little bit. longest reigning light heavyweight champion. Thought Ed was going to be able, and maybe Ed still will one day, but that streak will have to start over after losing the title belt tonight. But Dragonuv also winning the World Championship. So, something we'll have to keep an eye on, but definitely a debatable topic. You look at like Rowdy, Bravo, Totes, Dragonuv, GC Rock, Father Time, Boom. Those are probably the 7. Recon I thought would be in that conversation, but has really struggled the last couple seasons. I think that turns around, though. I think that starts turning around this year, so we'll see what happens. Oh, there it was. I was talking. Little dragon shimmy. Got to do the shimmy. Everybody at home should be doing the dragon shimmy right now. I don't know how you see it, like how you watch them do it, and then you don't dragon shimmy also. Yeah, all these matches, though, like, that's one of the things that it kind of proves. I believe in Season 4, we have taken, especially when you add some of the WWE stars to it, we have now had to raise the level of the competition. So, men's European title on the line in this match again. You have the Stampede World title, and then you have the European Championship. So you kind of have two big men in this. You have Dragonuv, who's a little bit smaller, and then you have Angel, who's kind of right in the middle. So there is some size parity stuff that is going on here. But look at Dragonuv go and get to work. Is he going? He's going to have to, too. He's going to have to use the entire ring to get the leverage. Angel actually ends up blocking Dragonuv right there. Sentinel now slamming Dragonuv down. We will have to change that flippy thing. Sentinel is way too big to be doing that, but he'll be able to do it this entire match. Look at Angel on another level. See some things going on. It tried to control the entire match. Almost backfired on him, but then Dragonuv ended up turning his sights to somebody else. You're going to notice this too. This should be an elimination match. So you're not going to see these guys breaking up tags like we saw in the last one. It'll be interesting to see the first one, to see the first pin or submission happen. Yeah, see, right there, there's a couple times Angel would have stopped and came out, but didn't do it. Milkman, though, and Sentinel, kind of the way, Sentinel split open, but kind of the way you would think Dragonuv and Angel would want this to go is let these two guys go at it. But you'd have to kind of see how it goes. I mean, right now, I don't think it matters quite as much. But at one point, between Dragonuv and Angel, you are going to have to pick your poison, and your poison is going to be one of them. There is the Bark Squad. For no reason. They heard me do something. And already a 2 count on Milkman. I wasn't even really going to count it, but still 2 count. Dragonuv uses the pole to block Sentinel from getting on top of him. Now Sentinel, though, gets that turned around. Dragonuv going after Milkman, misses. And look at this. You would not want to see that going on. Everybody throwing everybody everywhere. Angel ends up coming out better for it all and stays in control of the match. Throws Milkman and Dragonuv into the ring. They're going after it. You can kind of see, I think you can see, I could be wrong. Yeah, no, that was his shirt. What's that? I think you can see, look at this, Angel. You would think it's getting lucky, but he gets lucky an awful lot. Catches Sentinel trying to play it up to the crowd, but when Sentinel started playing it up to the crowd, nobody was around. Almost kind of shows you Angel's got eyes in the back of his head, but look at that. Sentinel sliding into second base. Safe. And now gets out on the other side of the arena. Milkman eliminates Dragonuv and now grabs the stairs. Apparently just didn't want anybody to use the stairs. Throws him back down. Angel now going after something. Gets the old baseball bat from Toast and delivers it. If Sentinel slid into second earlier and was safe, looks like Angel just ripped a line drive down the third baseline using Milkman's head. Sentinel now puts Angel in a submission move. Milkman backing off. Gonna let that play out, but Angel fights through it, and then Milkman's there. Throws Sentinel into the stairs, and look at this. Angel now using the baseball bat on Sentinel. And it looked like Milkman and Angel were trying to get at each other, but Sentinel breaking it up. Not breaking it up now. And thought Angel might have been going for a tag. Milkman stops that, though. Didn't think Angel was going to, but this is what I'm talking about. It's almost like Angel's got eyes in the back of his head. Milk now rolls up the leg. 1, 2, and Sentinel kicking out in 2. Sentinel, though, really in a bad spot. Now finally gets up and gets, what is he doing? Sees Milkman. Milkman says, bring it on. Sentinel said, all right. Big power slam. But look at this. Angel, don't know if he meant to save Sentinel, but does. And now, using that baseball bat, knocking Milkman down a couple sizes. But here's the thing. This is what I was talking about early on in the match. If Angel or Dragonuv was to be one of the ones that got put out of the match to where the two big men are still in the match, if I was Angel, I would pick a side. Pick a side right now. And not just your side like he is doing, but it seems to be working, so. But I would pick a side and double team the other one, get one of the other big men out, and then just have to face one of the big men, one at a time. Now, Milkman has been hit with that baseball bat so many times, it ain't even funny. Too many times, not even funny. Here's one of the perpetrators of the Bark Squad. Nashi, making an appearance on YouTube's. What's up? That's my dog. Loves it. Look at this. Sentinel now ducks the clothesline, gets Sentinel, or gets Milkman into the ring, and now he's like, hey, remember Angel all the time used the bat on me? Hitting him right in the solar plexus. Is he going to go for a pin, though? Doesn't, but look, Milkman's out now. and ends up breaking it up. Sentinel now takes advantage with Milkman. Has him up. Milkman, though, fights through it, reverses it back around, and takes out the knee. Angel up against the barrier still, while the two big guys go after it. Sentinel, that is probably like the best thing that could have happened for him. Milk throws him into the ring, and now goes for the pin on the outside. Angel out in a no count. Sentinel, though, I would say, I'm serious, I'd let two of these guys battle it out, but they're not. Instead, they go to double team an Angel, which at this point, after seeing what Angel has done, might not be the worst idea. Sentinel letting Angel know earlier, hey, I was safe earlier. That's what the referee would have called it. Look at that. Milkman trying to sneak in the back door. But instead doesn't get it done, and now, though, gets it turned back around. Now forcing his way in the back door, says, look, this is where I make the deliveries. That back door service. Sentinel throws him in. Throws him down that way, but look. Gets him with the swinging neck breaker. Sentinel now getting on like another level. That might be his finisher right there. Rolls up the leg. One. And Milk still out in one. Like there's a lot of match left for Milk anyway. But can't believe he took that move on the outside of the ring and still kicks out in one. Milkman now going for the cover on Sentinel. Rolls the leg one. And Sentinel out in one. Oh, that is his finishing move. Now that I see it, I remember. 1, 2, and Angel somehow kicks out of it. Somehow kicks out of that move. Sentinel thought he was going to get on Milk, but look at this. Milk went for the baseball bat. Sentinel takes advantage of that. They keep trying to throw each other into those steel steps, but there is no steel steps there left to throw into. Courtesy of Milk. Courtesy of Milk. If you wanted something cold and white, Milk does the body good. Now there's another big slam. Sentinel rolls it up. 1, 2, 3.
Has been eliminated.
And now it is down to Sentinel and Angel. So if you were torn before and you wanted Sentinel or Angel to win, you're about to get your wish. Milk and Dragonuv both out of this match. Angel now gets them, throws them into the ring. But look at these wrestlers moving slower than they were moving in the beginning of the match. Angel, though, fists of fury, letting it fly. Gets him into the ropes. Misses. And look at this. Sentinel takes advantage of it. Rolls up the leg with the Sentinel bomb. 3. And Sentinel is your brand new Stampede European champion.
Here is your winner and new European champion, the Blueprints, Sam Trowell.
Sentinel, brand new European champion. This is what I'm talking about. We're going to see a lot of people who maybe they weren't exactly in some of these title pictures before, but they are in the title picture now, and not just in them, but winning it. Sentinel's like, yeah, you check this out. Did you see my moves? Did you see my grooves? That is quite the match. There was a time where I thought Sentinel might have been the first one out of the match. And then he comes back to win it. Amazing. Now Rebecca Dunn getting her very first shot at a Stampede Women's World Champion. Witcher, who was our last champion, we'll see if she can retain her title. What's funny is Rebecca has wanted to face off against Witcher for her motorcycle. Now, she won't be facing off for the motorcycle tonight, but instead
is a Falls Count Anywhere match, and is for the Stampede Women's Championship. Making her way to the ring from Virginia, the irresistible force, Rebecca Dawn.
But instead, we'll be facing off for the World Championship of this brand. The Stampede title. So we've seen a lot of championship belts already tonight. We've seen them change hands. We are seeing some brand new champions usher in maybe a new era. Who knows? Season 4 already off to a crazy start. Will Rebecca become the newest world title holder tonight, or will Witcher maintain her championship?
And from Houston, Texas, the Witch.
Witcher, same idea, new look, same entrance, making her way down to the ring, motorcycle and all. Will she be able to retain her world title tonight? It's kind of interesting. A lot of the world champions or champions have changed brands. Witcher, though, and Ozzy chose not to change brands, stayed with, even though it's a brand new brand, it is the third brand that used to be known as TSW Wrestling. What is going on, John? Welcome to the stream. Doing good, doing really good. So 2 matches left tonight. This match for the Women's World Stampede title. Again, Rebecca Dawn getting her first shot. Witcher has been a world champion multiple times before. Will she be able to hold on and retain the title? Quite interesting, like Witcher off to a slow start, which what's funny about this, it's typically how it goes with Witcher. She is usually not the original aggressor. But then she'll get it turned back around, and then she will just put on the throttle. So we'll have to keep an eye out to see if that is what happens tonight, or if it doesn't. Rebecca has been involved in quite a few long-lasting matches, so she is no stranger to that. Witcher, though, has been involved in quite a few quick matches. Rebecca now laying the boots, laying the shoes, really. Laying the shoes to Witcher, rolls up the leg, 1, and Witcher out in 1. Look at that. Rebecca through that second and third rope, jumps over the top, delivers the shoulder, but starting to talk a little bit of trash. Witcher comes to in time. And now starting to get control. This is the part where you got to watch out, because when Witcher gets rolling, she usually does not stop until the bell rings after she has won. So look at this. Rebecca does get it turned back around for right now. And now is using, right on the back of the head. And also, falls are counting anywhere. Gets a 1 count. She can't believe it. She is like, I cannot believe after that we're only getting a 1 count. But Witcher's a very tough competitor. One of the toughest in the women's division. Gets back up with a quickness and hits Becky with a clothesline. Now picks her back up. Oh, that front drop now goes for the pin. 1, 2. And Becky out in 2. Witcher's like, thought I might have snuck that one in. Here it is, though, the Witch's Brew. This is how she typically wins the matches. Is Becky going to tap out? Referee right on top of it, but again, this is the referee probably with a few concussions. Becky fights her way through. Witcher back to her feet. And now Becky going. That is a big, almost power-assisted kick right to the back. And look at the authority that Witcher kicks out in. Actually pops Becky up off of her and back. Misses that kick, though, but doesn't miss the grab. Takes her over to the announce table, puts her on it, and uses that announce table, which is a rarity in this game. But Becky gets that turned back around, and this is not the normal match that Witcher is typically in. Oh, look at that knee right into the chest. Normally once Witcher gets going, she does not stop. And now, even though she kicked out with a little bit of authority there, not quite the same gusto that she kicked out with earlier. Gets her back up again. Throws her back down with that double-handed choke slam. And again, tries to put her up against that announce table, but Becky comes off of it that time. Becky trying to get back to her feet. And Witcher staying on the offense. It's interesting, too, that most of this match has happened outside the arena, or outside of the ring, not the arena. They're definitely inside the arena, but outside of the ring. What? Oh, there it is again, but a big front slam on the outside of the ring. That might do it. And Witcher comes away and retains the Stampede Women's Championship. What is going on? I'm going to have to call you Pan.
Stampede Women's Champion, The Witch.
All you do is you go and select My Rise, New My Rise, and select the female character. It'll give you that option right at the beginning. Male or female. Female character is the legacy storyline. Now, guys, we have come to the final match of the evening. This will be a four-way match with Dave getting his first shot, or his second shot, I think, at a world title. Digital getting his very first shot at a world title. Max getting his second shot at a world title. And Jace getting his first shot at a world title. Now, the crazy thing is, none of these guys have ever been a world champion. So tonight, we are going to crown a first-time Stampede Men's Champion. Pretty exciting. Digital, one of the larger wrestlers, Dave, not the smaller, but the smallest in this match. And then you got Max and
Fatal four-way Falls Count Anywhere match. And is for the Stampede Championship. Making his way to the ring from Blackpool, England, weighing in at 228 pounds, Dave.
Now, it's crazy when we look at tattoo schemes on a wrestler overall, the overall tattoos on the body, anywhere, head, arms, chest, back. Dave, my favorite. Recon, number 2, and then Wade War Walters, number 3. The way they lined up on his chest, really like how that goes. But Dave, by far, well, and I would say by far, but is numero uno in the tattoo division.
And his opponents, first from the wasteland, weighing in at 273 pounds, Max Fenwick.
Max just walks through that pyro like it ain't nobody's business. You're just like, whatevs. Max thought he would have been a world champion already. Has done fairly well, but in Season 3, didn't see a lot of him due to some injuries, but again, if you could read the back of his shirt, he says he woke up sexy as hell again. Sounds like something I would say. In jest.
Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 382 pounds, Dr. Dog.
So what this is, Pan, I make all the title belts, I make all the arenas. We have 3 different brands of wrestling. We do all the pay-per-views, I make those arenas. It used to be a fully customized universe mode. Now we do use some WWE wrestlers in our universe mode, and probably will for Season 4, probably even Season 5. May change after that again. But I turn off the announcing. I do all the announcing, and I do not control the wrestlers. The computer controls them. I do these shows live. I see it when you see it, and I just do the announcing.
Alabama, weighing in at 267 pounds, Jade Wagner.
Jace Wagner now making his way down to the ring. Did a slightly different intro or entrance for him. The Jace of Spades is his finishing move. One of the most dangerous finishing moves we have on any one of our created wrestlers. It is absolutely devastating, but when I saw the Ace of Spades, I thought, man, all I got to do is put a J there, and now we got the Jace of Spades. Gotta love that. Father Time, his tag team partner, has some glowing stuff, and, well, now Jace does too. So 4 never-before world champions with the world title for the Stampede brand on the line tonight. We are going to have a brand new champion. Panda. Sounds good. I just stopped a few letters short. But yeah, guys, if this is something you're into, if this is something you guys like and you're brand new to this, or you've seen it a few times, hit the subscribe button. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live with our shows. This isn't the only thing we do on the channel, but it is a big part of what we do on the channel. We'd love to have you. We have a great community. If I see you in the chat enough, you won't have to ask me. I will make you into a wrestler. Most of our creative wrestlers are currently in the chat. You see Digital Dogs, big green guy there in the middle of the ring. Dave, another one. Max Fenig, another one. Jace Wagner, my brother, another one. So, all the created wrestlers, especially on the men's side, are typically people that we know. Some of the women are, but we have more really 100% don't know who they are, made up female characters. So, this should be a 4-way elimination match, but we're going to be able to tell here real quick. 1, and out in a 1 count. So the 2 bigger guys, I guess, Jace is also on that level, but the 2, if they had to go in order, you'd be looking at Digital, Max, Jace, Dave, right? So they're kind of sizing up right now by size. Digital now trying to get this turned back around. Max has been getting the best of him, but look, Digital throws him off into the side. Jace controlling the action inside the ring with Dave right now. And what is this? Big boot to the side of Max's head. Little barrier assisted boot to the scunion. And now has Max in a big bear hug. Will Max tap out? I think it's a little early for it, but still wearing down the back of Max. Never a bad thing if you're Digital. Max though recovers super quick. Big clothesline. Now what is Jace trying to do in the ring? You know, Jace and Father Time, a newly formed tag team, may start seeing them in the tag team division. Dave trying to do a somersault or a cartwheel, and Jace like, hey, you shouldn't have did that. Not having it. Digital now trying to compute and size up what's going on with Max, getting the calculations right, and now getting back to his offense. Max looks like he might have just got cut open. Dead. You can see him. He's bleeding out of the side of his head right there. Thought he might have got it turned back around. But Digital getting back on top of things. Look at that. Dave inside the ring though. Max. Okay, so that's weird that Jace was even thinking about breaking it up. Jace, though, gets outside the ring. Digital again gets him in a bear hug. Max now taking it to Dave inside the ring. And Jace trying to get things turned back around. I'm going to tell you, of all the moves that you don't want to be a part of, you don't want to be a part of the Jace of Spades. Rolls up the leg of Digital. And Digital out in 2. Dave, however, eliminated. So now we know with 100% certainty. Oh, and here it is, the Jace of Spades on the outside of the ring. No way you can kick out of this. And somehow Digital does it. Look at the disbelief on Jace's face. Max tries to take advantage. Jace, though, immediately gets that arm locked in a very awkward position. Max, however, fights out of it and takes Jace, throws him in the ring. Digital trying to take advantage, but throws Max in the ring. I think Jace is trying to take it up top. Takes it up top, drops the elbow down on the back, gives him the old birds for his troubles. Stays on the offense, though. And now, is he setting up again for the Jace of Spades? No, might have been trying, but Max gets in the DDT. Jace gets back up, huge knee, and look at Digital. Digital's been doing this all match long. Staying on the outside of the ring and not getting too involved. And look at this. Every time Jace is trying to go on the outside of the ring, Digital's sitting there waiting for him. That might do it. Oh, does not go for the pin. I think right now Oh, you don't get up from 2 Jace of Spades. Like, you can't do it. 1, 2. Or maybe you can. Maybe Digital can do whatever he wants to do. That is 2 Jace of Spades that he's been put in so far. And 2 times he is kicked out. You look at me wrong with the Jace of Spades, and I'm not kicking out. Look at this. Big choke slam. Rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And somehow Jace kicks out. What is Max doing? Max is like, I don't have anybody to wrestle, so I'm just going to tear down this arena. I'm going to tear down the arena. I'm going to bust up this ring. I don't like where anything is placed at. Tore up the table, tore up both stairs. Goes? Oh, you would have wanted to at least believe that would have did it had Digital been able to get in that second choke slam. And Jace now trying to lay the boost, but is in a really bad position right in the middle of Digital and Max. There it is. There it is. Somebody finally gets hit with the stairs. Max is the one that does it. Takes the leg, rolls it up. 2. And Jace still kicking out at 2. Drop kick onto Max. And I'm going to tell you what, I believe Digital would have already won the world title if he would stop playing it up to the crowd. If Digital stayed on the offense, all these guys would be in a lot of trouble. Look at that. Max saves Digital, and for his trouble, double choke slam. Now Digital rolls up the leg, but Max out in 1. And there again, drop kick. Whoa, throws. Max in, ducks the clothesline from Digital, but Digital, look at his outfit starting to glow a little bit more, almost like it's being charged right now. And then Max and Digital over the top of Jace in a flexing contest. Not sure who won the flexing contest. But Jace also should probably not be playing it up to the crowd, because if Digital comes too, somebody's getting choke slammed. Max now picks up Jace, gets Jace in the bear hug. We are in that time of the match where somebody could tap out to the bear hug. Can Jace fight through it though? Will Max let him go? Max not looking like he's going to let him go. Jace may tap right here. No. Doesn't tap out. Fights through it. Slaps the ears. But look, Jace in a very bad spot in between both of them. Now Max in the bad spot. And now Digital in the bad spot. But Digital, for the first time all match, gets thrown into the ring. Huge slam on the outside. I'm shocked Max didn't go for the pin right there. Digital's like, where am I even at? What is going on? Why am I in this ring? Let me get back out. It doesn't feel right. Let's wrestle on the outside. Jace, though, look at him, still down from that slam that Max put him in. Jace now trying to get to his feet. Max telling him to get up. Digital's like, okay, I'll get up. Digital now and Max thrown into the ring. Birds get flipped again. Jace likes those birds. He is not scared to be sending you a flock of birds. Jace now with a sledgehammer. What is he going to do? Oh, Max gets the sledgehammer. The old 8-pound sledge right to the gut, but he does get back up. Huge neck breaker. Now goes, rolls the leg. 1, 2. And somehow Jace again kicks out in 2. Digital now stop sign for the first. Oh, Jace of Spades. Jace of Spades. And Max kicks. How is anybody kicking out of the Jace of Spades? I don't get it. I don't get it. Max gets him up again. Another spine buster. 2, 3, and now it is down to Max and Digital. One of these two is going to be the brand new Stampede World Champion. Now, right there, if I was Digital, I would have waited inside the ring, let Max come back to me. But look at this. Max now going to get a chair. Can Digital get to his feet in time? No. Gets hit with that chair again. Max now goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And a chair shot is what brings home the Stampede World Championship. What a crazy match that was.
Here's your winner, and new Stampede champion, Max Fenwick.
I'm going to tell you what, though. This was the first time we have seen a wrestler stay outside the ring and let people handle their own business. We saw, for almost the entire match, we saw Digital do it. And right at the end, we saw Max do it. Almost like Max learned from what Digital was doing. And he kind of sat back and let Max and Jace, or Digital and Jace go at it for a while. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it. Brand new champions tonight all across the board. Brand new, very first episode. Even though it's episode 3 of season 4, this is the very first episode of Stampede Wrestling. And it was a crazy night. Appreciate everything you guys do. Remember, drop likes on the video. Subscribe if you're new. It is free throughout the entire month. Free. All you got to do is hit the button. I worked out the deals for you. Like button free. Subscribe button free. Bell notification button. That's right. It is also free. And the share button is free. So if you got people out there that said you weren't a very good share when you were growing up, take the video, share it with them. Send it right to their phone. Say, hey, look. Like this. Wrestling, absolutely free, and I'm a great share. Prove them wrong. Prove all the haters wrong. You are a good share, and we will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.